In the year 1858, Django, a slave, is being shipped with a gathering of different captives to his new proprietor's home in Texas. They are stopped by a German dental specialist named Dr. Lord Schultz, who is searching for a slave that can distinguish a gathering of needed outlaws known as the Fragile Siblings. Django, who knows the Fragile Siblings, offers his help. After a showdown with the slave proprietors, Schultz shoots the Spot siblings and liberates Django. They structure an improbable organization, with Schultz promising to help Django find and free his significant other, Brumhilde, who was sold into subjugation. Schultz and Django travel to a humble community where they intend to find the weak siblings. They experience obstruction from the nearby sheriff, yet in the long run figure out an agreement. Django consents to help Schultz in abundance hunting, and consequently, Schultz will help him in safeguarding Brumhilde. They effectively recognize and kill the main weak sibling, and Django starts to imagine a future where he and his significant other are free. The team leaves determined to penetrate an estate close to Gatlinburg, thinking that the leftover fragile siblings are there. They act like expected purchasers of a Mandingo slave and get sufficiently close to the manor claimed by Spencer, Huge Daddy, Bennett. While researching, Django remembers one of the regulators as a moniker utilized by the fragile siblings. He remembers agonizing recollections of his past, as he and Brumhilde were caught and tormented by them. Django and Schultz devise an arrangement to defy and take out the siblings. In a strained conflict, Django kills the managers while Schultz dispenses with Ellis, one of the weak siblings. They escape, yet their activities draw in the consideration of Bennett, who looks for retribution. Bennett puts together an assault on Django and Schultz, with a gathering of concealed men. Nonetheless, the pair cunningly sets off a blast, killing the vast majority of their aggressors. Proceeding with their excursion, Django and Schultz show up at Candyland, an estate claimed by Calvin Candy. Candy is known for his ruthless treatment of slaves and his contribution in Mandingo battles. Schultz acts like a well-off man keen on buying a Mandingo contender, while Django claims to be his valet. They plan to assemble data about Brumhilde's whereabouts. During their visit, pressures ascend as Candy's reliable slave, Stephen, suspects Django and Brumhilde have an association. Candy at last finds their actual aims yet consents to sell Brumhilde. Notwithstanding, in a snapshot of conflict, Schultz kills Candy, prompting a savage shootout. Schultz is killed, and Django is caught and offered to a mining organization. In transit to the mining organization, Django quickly takes advantage of a chance to get away and looks for retribution against the people who violated him. He defies and kills his detainers, liberating different slaves. Django gets back to Candyland, killing a greater amount of Candy's men and liberating Brumhilde. They head out together, at long last rejoined and prepared to confront their future. Eventually, the liberated slaves who saw Django's activities are left in wonderment, understanding that Django might turn into a legend. Their process fills in as a strong investigation of bondage, retribution, and the human soul's versatility notwithstanding treachery. Django Unchained is a grasping story of freedom and revenge, coordinated by Quentin Tarantino. The film dives into the dim history of subjugation while exhibiting the strength and assurance of its focal characters. With its heavenly exhibitions, serious activity successions, and provocative subjects, the film leaves an enduring effect on its watchers.
Nou, die broekt je wel van nou ligt er luchtjes voor deze shift met hier nog eens zo. Ja, man. Weet net van. Zo, maar het maakt. Nou, merci je. Serieus, was ik hem nog serieus maar. Rob's going in numbers, does he simple? Serieus, man, ja, broers en alles, zie je van het ook, maar dan is ook niet meer dat we bijna echt niet bijzonder. We slapen echt, bro. het was aan jou, ja, het dorp snap je van het zus dus nog. Oh, my head, you know. Hier voor de mensen. Oh, man, luister.